bad. This is not. I don't know what's wrong with Facebook. Why Facebook won't let me live stream. But we are live streaming on YouTube right
Well,
now.
can I go to YouTube?
Uh,
Oh no, that won't get me.
we should be live on there.
Well, I'm saying like if I could put the YouTube on the Facebook.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. Hold on. Where the hell are we? Share. Copy. Apparently we were live.
Well, it wasn't letting me see it if we were.
I'm gonna go fucking inside in a minute. Alright, that should be us. Open widget. I need to change the video resolution. I do not need to change the video resolution. We've been here before. This is fine. Edit. I don't see anything wrong about that.
The only thing is they can't interact.
They can interact. Okay. It says we're live, so I don't know what the hell's going on here. Retry.
Well, this looks like it's working.
Yeah? Says we're live, but I don't know. You can interact there, so.
Well, this looks like it's working.
Yeah? Says we're live, but I don't know. Well, I guess we are live then. Interact there, so.
Well, this looks like it's working.
Yeah. So now we're going to go round and round in circles with the video. Well, I guess we are live.
Why is it going around in circles?
Because you've got your audio turned on, it's going into the microphone and it's going to go round and round and round and round and round in circles. So
Okay.
I don't know what's going on here. Unmute. Skip ahead to live broadcast. There we go, we are live.
It says you've been streaming for 3 minutes.
3 minutes and 21 seconds, so allegedly we're live. Well, you can let people know we're live on YouTube and they can go to YouTube.
I have posted it and said you need to go here in order to ask questions. We have our fingers crossed that this works.
No idea why we can't go live on Facebook. No reason, no idea at all, because it's making no sense at all. Is there something that you have to turn on? Videos, where are we? They've changed something on Facebook.
They've changed something, I'm sure, yes.
They've changed something on Facebook which is rendering this extraordinarily difficult. So home, Facebook. Remember what newsfeed stuff. Well, you keep watching the
There's
YouTube.
some notifications on the side there that say updates. So-
Where? Notification 171 notifications.
Updates?
Oh.
Don't know
Let's
if
see where
that's-
that is. That's not where I was looking then. Inbox, events, manager, insights.
You don't have any updates? Okay.
I don't see anything.
Oh no.
News feed, manage, shop, events, jobs, insights. I don't want to manage the page. I actually want to be just showing video. Create post, create live. Where are we? Live producer. Waiting for live video. Alright, I think this is, they've changed it, they've put live producer now, so let me see where we are. Post then, title required. Awareness shop. Live stream. Oh, I love it when they break everything. Waiting for live video. Go back here. Come on. Channel. Facebook. Wait for it to go green. Live producer. Where do we get our settings then to do this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Pages, group, audience, settings, gaming. It's down here. Alright. Live stream setup. Stream key. Aren't we having fun? Anybody joined us on YouTube yet?
Not a soul.
Okay, well we're definitely live on YouTube, so I'm going to add a new channel here. And I'm going to do it as a custom RTMPS. Channel name. Awareness shop. Facebook. Live stream. I'll manually set it up.
Okay.
So we'll get there eventually. It'll just take a couple more minutes. Copy. Go back here. Primary URL. Stream key. Copy.
Alice just won 8 of them.
Well, that's good. Video sources. Add a channel. RTMPS. That's Facebook live stream. That. Go live. We might be live on Facebook. Let me go check. Live producer. Connecting live video. We're live on Facebook now.
Don't see us.
We're here. Showing us.
Okay, let me
Stream
refresh my
setup.
page here.
So Stream health. Oh. Do I have to hit the go live button? I guess I do.
Aha!
All right, I think we're getting there. I'll go back to YouTube because
I think we're there. Well, good evening, everyone.
sorry about that.
That took 35 minutes
Well, yes,
to
apparently
deal with some Facebook updates because there's a
Facebook
whole new
updated
place to go
everything.
ahead and do your live videos.
Isn't this lovely? Isn't this?
So I'm afraid in order to get done tonight, by the time our next meeting happens, we have time for probably 30 questions instead of 40. But hey, at least we made it here. We are waiting for the snow. Apparently we're... Hi, Alice! Apparently we're somewhere between... hi, Jessica. A foot and 2 foot where we're located. So Hudson Valley, New Paltz, New York, Ulster County. Hi, Karen. Just let me know any of you want a question. Just say what your question is, or that you just want a card to tell you something. Just say, I want a card, and I'll put you on the list.
We are
So,
live
sorry.
on the Book of Face.
We are
and
live.
And we're
You
live
did
on
it.
YouTube.
You did it
I had to
after
manually set it up.
35 minutes of doing
Well,
it.
they've changed it.
Anyway, hi, Stephanie. So I just wanted to let you guys know that because we are not open because of the snow, some of you know that we have a really fun tradition called Snow Day Specials.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
So you could just look at snowday.awarenessshop.com.
Yep.
And basically what we have you do is double your money. It's like getting 50% off everything in the store.
It's a
Hi,
bargain.
Christopher. So you buy a $100 gift card for $50, and that's the special. So there's no limit to the number one person can buy, but we did put up a limited number.
When they're gone, they're gone.
When they're gone, they're gone.
Yep.
So pop on over to snowday.awarenessshop.com and get them while they last. And it's only a 24-hour gig.
Yep.
The special
Ends-
comes off tomorrow. So.
Yep. So make hay while the sun shines, or in case, make big discounts while the snow falls.
While the snow falls.
Yes, so
But we-
Snow Day, all one word, snowday.awarenessshop with all 3 S's together, awarenessshop.com. And that should take you straight there, assuming it's all working right. Now, I did test it earlier and it did
All
work.
right. So I've got Ashley, Karen, Stephanie, Christopher, and Jessica.
Awesome. I haven't got anybody on Facebook.
All right.
I'm sorry, on YouTube.
All right. So what
They're
I'll
all
do
ignoring
first.
us on YouTube.
Hi, Jamie. I'll put you on the list too.
If you get to YouTube, I'll get you further up the list. Haha.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
I'm going to write you down as number 7 no matter what. All right. First, I'm just going to take a nice little pause and clear away all the stressful
Woosah.
negative energy from not letting us on.
That was entertaining.
And light our candle.
I had to get me geek
Hi,
on
Susan. All right. So do you want to start with Ashley?
there. I could.
All right. Give
Is
a
it our
whirl.
Ashley? Who's Ashley?
nope.
Is it? It's a totally. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Ashley. I don't know. Hey, it's not bad though. Is it, do they have a question? Does Ashley have a question? No.
Not
Yes.
that
Maybe.
I saw.
All right. Well, this I love this card. This is a 10 of Cups. All right. If you're looking for a really positive card, this would be it. So whatever your question is, I was going to say the answer is very positive for you. So if it's a yes or no, and the yes is the positive, then it's positive. So I don't like to put things down into Boolean sort of things. But this card, if you look about it, some say this is God's promise of a happy marriage. I mean, where I come from, I know enough about Feng Shui to be moderately dangerous. She knows far more than I just know enough to talk myself into trouble. But I believe a house on a hill with a river running past is an extraordinarily good omen. So not only do we have a house on a hill with a river running past, but we also got kids playing in the yard, being totally happy, and we've got presumably mum and dad or a happy couple here, looking all just wonderful, and the rainbow and all this fun stuff. So this is actually a really, 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 really good card. So if it's a question about relationships, it's going to pan out really nicely. If it's a question about finances, it's all going to pan out. You've got the security, you're going to be able to look after people, whatever. So this is a sodding good card, Ashley. Don't give it away.
All right. Next is Karen, and we're already up to 10 people. And hi, Alexa, and just let us know if you want a card. All right, so this is for Karen.
Right.
And Denise. Oh, hi, Denise, Goddess, and Samaj.
Do you like my shirt?
All right.
It says lighting engineer.
Karen, I think that you have been experiencing some serious communication problems.
Oh no, facepalm.
But I think what you need to do is just step back for a second and recognize that sometimes we are a mirror and that there's nothing we can do to make other people understand. So step back and just breathe. And I don't know if you're a Leo or what, but sometimes, well, no, I say that, no, it isn't. I say that because I think Leo is a great communicator, even though Gemini is seen as the communicator of the zodiac, because they can change their vocabulary to try to reach who they're speaking to, you know. So I think step back, do your best, even though it's very difficult, and, you know, not to be mean to the people that you're trying to reach, but you might have to dumb things down a little bit to get them to get it. So don't give up, but I just sense a lot of frustration, and you know, it's like you want to bang your head on the wall, but just do your best. So communication is the key. All right, Stephanie.
Hello, Stephanie.
For Stephanie.
Stephanie, have a question? Anything we're focusing on for Stephanie particularly?
No.
The lovers, baby.
Oh.
So, yeah, not bad. Although I actually see this very much about, in this instance, I don't feel this is out to do with a relationship per se, more like how you manage relationships with others, and almost following on from what Lisa said as well.
You know, their nights are always themed, aren't they?
It's weird the way this works out, but this, I see this as very much having to adjust the way in which you communicate to be effective in interpersonal relationships, be they work related or, you know, close to home. So yeah, because sometimes, you know, we all get wrapped up in our own problems, and we always kick out at those that are closest to us because they just happen to be in reach. And, you know, trouble is people internalize stuff, and you know, we're always good at sort of getting the wrong end of the stick sometimes. So I think this is very much about following on from the communication side of things. I think my grandfather would have said, hey, you know, you got 2 ears, 1 mouth, use them in that proportion. And everybody needs to be heard. That's the thing. And you even notice when people get into arguments, everything gets louder than everything else. And when you're making a hell of a row, you can't hear what's going on. Nobody can. And if you were to step back a little bit and just, you know, listen, you'd be surprised, because I think the same message is coming from the other side. So I think this is a case about really sort of working to resolve some interpersonal communication issues. I feel that, yeah. The way that you look at things is key here.
Okay, I've got everybody up to Yukari, and that's halfway point, 15 already.
Oh,
so
my
this is
goodness
for
gracious me,
Christopher.
better step on it, eh?
This is for Christopher. All right. I'm going to say to you that your patience is paying off. You know, sometimes it seems like you're working really hard, that you've planted all kinds of seeds, and that you've taken your responsibilities seriously, and you've done your very best, and like nothing's happening. But I want to say to you that I think 2021 is going to be your time of harvest. I think that all the effort and energy you've put into manifesting and magic, and all of the work that you've put into success is going to start to show. Like, you're going to start to reap some of what you have planted. I think it's going to be a great year for you.
God,
Okay.
you just planted that in my head there. That was a
All right.
song from Tommy
No, we don't have
Part
time.
1 by The Who.
All right.
I think 21
Jessica,
gonna be a
love
good
question,
year.
please.
Jessica, love question. When love comes
Yeah,
to town,
we-
I'm going to
we gotta-
ride that.
We lost
train.
a half an hour. You got to step it up.
Okay, all right. Well, it's not my fault. I did my best to geek it all back together. So, ain't nothing going on but the rent, kid. I see this as the case. No romance without finance. We're getting all musical tonight. But just be careful of somebody who sees you as a bit of a meal ticket, I think. To be honest, I think really yeah. But the good news is you're doing all right financially, or will be. So that's okay. But yeah, we'll draw a thin veil over that and move
Okay.
swiftly on.
So here's what I can say. We always remind people that whoever shows up on one of our lives, that all of what we're saying may apply to everybody who's listening. It's kind of like you come into this little spiritual energy bubble. So tonight we have our rutilated quartz out, which is very good for psychic energy. So I think we're, attracting a different group of people than maybe we usually attract. Hello, Renee from Aruba. I put you on the list.
Aruba.
And Angela.
It's
Okay,
pretty- Not
so
any snow in Aruba, right?
this is for Jamie, and we're going to have to go quick because
We're going pretty
all right.
quick. I'm
Jamie,
doing quick
Jamie.
and dirty here. I'm not.
Jamie, everything is about to start moving extremely quickly.
Hang on to your hat.
If you were waiting to hear back from a place where that you wanted to move to, or if you were looking for a new job, or if there was just something that you felt like you were pushing and pushing and pushing, yeah, it's going to happen. Get ready. You know, sometimes we go around and we knock on the door, it doesn't open. We knock on a door, it doesn't open. We knock on a door, it doesn't open. We get in front of another door, it opens, and a lasso comes out and sucks us in. And I think that just be ready. You know, stop being bored and be ready because it's happening. All right.
Who we got?
Susan.
Susan, what's Susan got?
Nope. I make note if they ask a question.
Good card, Susan. Good card. All about relationships, this one to me. This one, I much prefer. This is the minor arcana version of the Lover's card, the Two of Cups. However, this is very much about a mutually supportive and mutually healing relationship, and very much about your partner putting your needs before theirs and you putting your partner's needs before yours. And so it works. It's very copacetic and harmonious, and I love this card, and it's really, really awesome and good and wonderful. So, yeah.
Jamie says yes, she moved across country last week.
Okay.
All right, so we're definitely speaking tonight. All right, this is for Susan.
Wasn't that Susan?
Oh, you did Susan?
I thought I just
You did Susan because I did Jamie. You're right. Oh, Alice, I'll put you on. No, I didn't see you wanted a card. All right, so I'm going to just shuffle this back in because
my fault.
wrong person. All
It's
right.
always my fault.
Greg, this is for you, Greg. All right.
Lessons, baby.
The Hierophant is the teacher that teaches anyone who asks. So I think you're in a place where you can connect to the right guides, where you can open yourself to the right teachers. This card can also be about volunteer work paying off, you know, like sometime putting in some energy and then getting a much bigger payout when you didn't think you were going to get anything for that work. Mm-hmm. But for you, I just feel like this is geared towards spirituality, and that there's some sort of breakthrough for you with being able to connect to the right guides and guardians, teachers. All right.
Teacher is...
It's like the key is coming.
Well, there's a pair of them.
Allison, yes.
Allison. Question for Allison? Nothing? Yes, no, maybe?
No, I'll tell
focus?
you if there is.
All right, then.
Oh, I didn't see it, Alice, but I got you on the list. Just be patient.
All
and
right.
I'm up to Joy, so we're all good. This is Allison.
Allison, a little bit topsy-turvy. Truth of the matter is, though, you actually thrive somehow on chaos. This is your wheelhouse, if you will. You have the unique ability to balance on one leg and keep all the plates and sticks at the same time, you know, even though it means running around like a crazy thing. The only thing I would say is that perhaps too much of your time is spent being reactive, and you would be better served being proactive, if you will. Try to get ahead of the curve rather than, you know, have everything sort of dump on your lap and you have to sort it out. I mean, yeah, you've got your head above water. Yes, it's a crazy environment you're in at the moment, and it is this permanent sort of juggling act, for want of a better word. But I think if you spend a little time perhaps in fire prevention, you wouldn't be running around putting so many fires out. Now, I know, you know, I get organised just as soon as I've got time. I get it. I understand. But honestly, take a breath sometimes, and it's a stitch in time will save 9, as they say.
Has anybody asked a question on
No.
I just wanna make
I'm
sure
hoping it's working on
YouTube.
of
I
you.
don't know.
Apparently we're up.
All right.
Although there's this big warning in front of me, so I don't know.
Oh, right. All right. So this is Laura. Laura. Difficult decision that has to be made. Sometimes we like to sit with things, especially if we're Libra or Libra rising, and we like to cross all the T's and dot all the I's and make the lists of pros and cons and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like your push is coming to shove here. What I'd like to say about it is anytime we see a moon on a card, we know that person is starting a new phase. So there is something coming to light that will help you make the choice. And when you look closely at the character, they can't see the swords are identical. So if you pick A, you'll be happy. If you pick B, you'll be happy. It's just time to choose. So for you, decision needs to be made that will start a new phase of your life, and be confident you're going to choose something you will love. Okay.
So there you go.
All right. The next is Denise.
Hello,
for
Denise.
2021.
20. We hope 2021 is going to be a good year, don't we?
Oh, I would say.
Spin the wheel, round it goes, where it lands, no one knows.
No, that looks like a pretty damn good card to me.
No, not so, because see that cunning figure at the top of the card there, holding the sword of destiny in their hand? Up to you how much you spin that wheel. Up to you if you put a bit of drag on it, maybe turn it back. Yeah, it's not so much Wheel of Fortune. This can be, you can engineer fortune to your advantage if you focus on the good stuff, is basically the long and the short of it. It's not me, I ain't the fortunate one. Well, actually you are. if you align with that energy and you don't subscribe to the stuff that will pull you away from your highest ideal, you know, or your noble goals. If you aim for those, you focus on those, this predicts an extraordinarily good year for you. Okay?
Okay.
Hello, Stephanie. Is it too late to get a card? Stephanie on YouTube. You found us. She found us on YouTube. That's good. Obviously, our YouTube thing is working. Stephanie will put you on the list.
You are on the list. We have 8 slots left, 7 slots left. All right, this is Samaj. All right.
Try not to have a sneezing fit right now.
Please, your nose always acts up as soon as we go live.
Oh, yeah, well, it's
all right, Samaj. Judgment.
Oh, steady now.
I see this as Archangel Gabriel, and Gabriel is the angel that gave Joan of Arc her strength to carry on. So again, I know so many people have been extremely frustrated with this year, that their plans were interrupted and their work was interrupted and their life was basically interrupted. But I think that you have done really well to stay steady, to stay focused, to stay positive, and to help resurrect others' positive energy. So I think for you, 21 is going to be a great year as we get back to doing the real work we're meant to be doing. All right, so it's a great card for you, Samaj. And thank you, Denise. We miss you very much too. There's so many people that we just haven't seen or been able to hug this year.
Is that our crazy, lovely Leo Denise?
It is Leo Denise.
Oh, hello.
All
I
right.
didn't know it was you. All right, then.
Kathy with an I. Yes, I'll put you on the list.
Who we got now?
You have Alexa.
Alexa? Oh, good job we have Siri here, otherwise things would go a bit confusing, wouldn't they? Alexa, you have a question? If not, again, we've got this theme of communication coming up, and this says it all to me. I kind of dig this card a lot because there's a huge amount of wisdom in this one in the moon. But again, this is very much about
Yes, Kimberly, sorry.
it's very much about listening. You see, everybody's come out, even the lobsters come out of the water to make a whole big old row at this point. But if you look closely at those two towers, which represent bastions of thought, if you will, of principles that people are hanging on to, you can actually see the sky through the windows, which to me indicates that they're not occupied anymore, if I can say that in English. So it's almost like arguing for the sake of arguing. And it's like being in the restaurant, you know, when everything gets louder and louder and louder and you just can't hear yourself think. Just pour a bit of oil on troubled waters and I think things will be okay. But just remember, the moon is a very emotional thing. It changes your perspective.
Start a new phase.
It colours things in a different way, you know. It's, what is it, cold-hearted orb that rules the night, removes the colours from our sight. Red is grey and yellow white, but who's to say which is right and which is illusion? So yeah, you know, don't just go instinctively here. Ponder a little while, you know, and take the time to respond rather than react. And I think there's good stuff to come out of this, because, you know, it's, oppositions suck, they hurt, but that resolution of the opposition, that's where the magic occurs.
All right. Joan wants to know, is she on the right
Kay would
path?
like to know
right, Kay.
a card for the new year, please.
Okay.
You
This
got it,
is
Kay.
for Joan. Are you on the right path? Yes, I think you're doing your very best to build a good social circle, even though social life has been pretty well taken out.
Distanced.
So this card talks about fraternities. In a sense, this card is depicting the Masonic order. But I think what we have to do is realize that that's a group of people doing sacred work. So obviously I don't think you're going to join the Masons, but I think that you are about to join a group of people doing sacred, mystical, esoteric work. And 1 and 1 is 10 when you work with others. So yes, I think you're on the right path, and I think you're about to connect with a group of people that are doing like-minded work, and I think 2021 is going to be a great year of growth for you. So that's for Joan. Next is Yukari.
Yukari, that's a cool name.
Yep.
I gotta say, I
No
love that.
question.
No question?
Nope.
Well, no answer then.
All right, we have 4 more slots.
We'll do our bestest.
We have Kimberly and Kay and Kathy in there, so
Knight of Wands.
this is Yukari.
I like this one a lot, Yukari. This is one of those cards in the deck that has the 3 pyramids in it, which to me indicates old soul wisdom. Wonderful stuff. So yeah, just again, try to listen to your intuition and stop second guessing yourself quite so much, as I think you put yourself through a loop unnecessarily here. This card is very much about the deeper understanding, in my mind, that which is beneath the surface. You know?
Yukari said finance.
Oh well. So dig deeper and don't just take things at face value. If this is about finance, you will probably already know the answers within yourself. It's a positive card. It's not a negative card, this, by any stretch of imagination, but it just means you may have to dig in a little bit to go beneath the surface and try and quest out that which you instinctively know to be right. And if you're pondering an investment or something, take time to...
Good news is coming.
Really,
Good news is coming.
To really dig in there. But yeah, positive stuff.
All right. So, yes, Elizabeth, I put you on the list, but you've got about 8 or so to go. And Lisa, you're on the list. We have 3 more spots left at this point. So this is for Renee, and it's a love question.
My goodness, YouTube is like so
dear.
far behind. It's unreal.
All right, Chris. Hi, Heather. This is for Renee. Now, I get this feeling that you have this huge heart that just wants to love. And yes, Desiree, you're on the list. And that I think you give your love to people too quickly. And, you know, it's wonderful to trust, and it's wonderful to be that open. But sometimes that really gets us heartache. So I'm going to say, love yourself for sure, and be very discerning about the next person you invest in with your heart. Because I think that you've come across a lot of people who have not deserved what you're trying to give them. But there's someone out there for everyone. Just be careful you don't, pick someone who doesn't deserve you. I think you have a lot to give. Okay. Yes, Pam, you're on the list. In fact, you're next after Angela. And Joy, I made note of 21. So this is
Stephanie,
Angela.
can you write love by the side of Stephanie? She wants to focus
I have
on
a
love.
Stephanie on the list.
Yeah,
Is it
it's the same
Okay.
Stephanie. She's saying,
All right.
it's when it's my turn, can you ask?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Angela, no question.
No question. No question. However, you've got some choices you need to make.
That's
So
what tonight's all about, decisions.
choices,
And moves
I don't know. But, in the words of Yoda, choose you must. And not everything is exactly as it appears. That's the
Nor is it
tricky bit.
otherwise.
Nor is it otherwise. Definitely not otherwise. But it's not necessarily as it appears. So I will say, though, although choose you must, just bear in mind that this is not, a fire and forget scenario. This is test and adjust. So if things aren't quite panning out the way that you thought they were going to, having made the choice you made, remake that choice, because you absolutely can. In the words of the great prophet Led Zeppelin, there may be two paths you can go by, but you can always choose the road you're on. So yeah. It's not a hopeless situation. It's a little befuddling. I get you. It's a little, there's almost like too much right now. It's too much. So a little step backwards sometimes and just chill. And I think it'll all be okay. But don't worry about, you've got to do something. You can't procrastinate forever. But make a choice, and if it's not panning out, you can always jump ship, so to speak.
All right, so she doesn't have to make a permanent choice, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
It's not permanent.
All right, so yes, I have Sue, and I have room for one more question after Sue.
Just one.
So whoever's signing on now, I just have one more space because we can only go till a tiny bit after 7 tonight. So next I have Pamela. And Pamela, this is the card of like cutting through the crap. In it, like a die de deer, standing your ground, and yes, Kimberly, you're on the list. All right, standing your ground, not giving up, and just like cutting them down. You ever see that game Whack the Mole? You might have felt like this year that's what you were doing. Just trying to keep your head above water and pay your bills and do what you have to do and deal with folks. But this card has very much more of a steadfast kind of energy. So I'm going to say that I see stability for you on many levels. And if someone isn't treating you well, it's an off with their head. You're just not going to suffer.
Off with their head.
Yep, not going to suffer them. All right.
Heads will roll.
Desiree, love question.
All right, Desiree. Everybody want to know about love. Yeah. Queen of Wands. Interesting. Yes. We have.
Are you a Leo, Desiree?
This might be. I don't know. But we do have those 3 pyramids again. Look. This is the second time they've come up. So trust your intuition here. Maybe not second guess yourself so much. You know. But this, I think this is an interesting card in many respects.
I think that sentence, "you know that you know," is really important.
Should we leave it at that?
No, go ahead. I'm just saying I wanted, that struck me as
You know that you know.
important.
Yeah, you know you know.
So
You know, you know, you know. You know. so yeah. I wonder if she's a Leo. Are you a Leo? That would be interesting. Would be. You want to add anything else?
just, I think that you are on the right track, Desiree, and don't let somebody throw you off the scent. Okay.
Trust
So,
your inner wisdom there.
Dottie, good evening. So, are you? I'm assuming you want a card. She's Aries, so very fiery. Anyway, so that
that's
Queen of
close
Fire.
enough. Close enough.
Still applies. Don't worry. Okay, so we are up to Alice,
Will I burn him out?
and Dottie is the last question for tonight. So, because we still have a whole list of people to do. So,
Okay.
if you've been on up to this point, and you've asked for a card, we will get to you.
Yes.
Dottie is the last person who's going to
this
get a
evening.
card
For
tonight.
this evening.
So if you ask after Dottie on the stream, I don't think we're going to get to you. So this is Alice.
Yeah, but do stick around because the cards that come up, actually there is this like underlying thing that goes
Alright.
through the whole evening.
Alice. This is kind of the same theme I was going to talk about to Renee. If you remember, I was talking to Renee about this, and I said, don't give your heart away too soon. So, because this character is dressed in brown, many times this is more about material possessions than emotional ones. But no, Sue, you are on the list. You're just towards the end.
Enhance your calm, Sue.
A lot of people jumped in right away. All right, so Alice, hold it together. Don't give away things unless you don't care if you see them again. And allow yourself that space to figure out, what you want to do. But be mindful of your things. And Diane, I'm not sure we're going to get to you because we do have a big list, and I just said we took the last card. But Jessica Jackson, yes, you're on the list. Okay, goodness me. All right. Anyway, Alice, be mindful of your possessions. Be mindful of your heart, and don't just give things away until you're sure you've given them to the right person, emotionally or physical possessions.
Right.
Joy for 2021.
All right, Joy. Well, let's hope it's joyful, eh? Because that would be good.
She is quite joyful. I believe she's Sag.
You need to get more rest, my dear.
No.
You're giving it too much largeness. So, how to explain this? I think you're perpetually good at undervaluing your importance here. But without you, yes, you are ridiculously altruistic. You would give the shirt off your back. You would bend over backwards to help anybody, and quite frequently do. But without you, you can do bugger all. So it's important that you get some rest and some time to recuperate, seriously. Otherwise, you're just going to burn yourself out and not be able to help anybody. You're going to make yourself bloody knackered, worn out, exhausted, and good for nothing. So a bit of time spent on personal care and,
Right,
and
put
maintenance.
your own oxygen mask on first, yeah.
You can't save anybody else. If you're not on dry land, you can't pull them ashore, So take care of yourself. This is important, okay? Important. Take care of yourself, then you can take care of others a lot better.
All right. Stephanie, a love question.
She did say.
All right. I would say that you definitely have something good to look forward to in the relationship department. I would also say that the person that comes into your life or that you're with might be a lot more practical than you are. So you might want to give very extravagant or sentimental, emotional gifts, and this person might be a little more practical, like they might buy you pots and pans because you can use them, even though you might not see that
Nothing wrong with that.
as a good investment of their money. So I think that the person that's coming into your life is very practical, very safe, very secure. And if it's somebody that you're looking to get a piece of jewelry from, I think you have to be patient, because they're the type of person that isn't going to skimp. If they're going to buy you a piece of jewelry, it's going to be the best they can afford, so they're going to work to afford it. So just be patient. But yes, good things coming in. That was Stephanie. You're up with Elizabeth.
I'm loving the smell of our gold candle, by the way. It's just
you're up
so
with
nice.
Elizabeth. No
Elizabeth,
question?
and any question for Elizabeth?
No.
No question? Big burdens, Elizabeth. Big burdens.
No.
But you know what? It doesn't have to be as ridiculously hard, because you can, we've all got to clean our toilet. We all do, I'm going to be brutal about this. You can get all messed up about it and really bent out of shape, and get so much in a 2 and 8, so much in a state overdoing it. You wind up making a mess of the whole damn thing, and just, it becomes a thoroughly miserable task. But you could look at this another way. You can go, hey, look, I can carry all these bloody things. I got this.
They're not touching the ground.
This. I got this easily. Yeah, it looks like it's a lot, but I got this. And if you approach the job with a smile on your face, it goes a damn sight quicker and easier. So just watch your focus. Don't make it feel like, why me? Why does everything have to be so chuffing hard? Look at you and say, look what I can do. Hey, I got this. And you do have it, seriously. So yeah, I know it seems like hard work, but you can do it. There's nothing you can't do here. So have at it.
All right. Now, Kathy.
Yes, that's you. You get to do Kathy.
Kathy. Ooh, celebrate good times. Come on. All right.
We'll play that on bagpipes later.
Yeah, play that on the bagpipes, yeah. All right. So, Kathy, you didn't ask a question, but you got a really good card. Cups are the suit of emotions, and this does look like you have something to raise a glass to. That you might win an award or a recognition for your service, and I think that there might be a toast made to you. And if not, then I would love for you to make a toast to yourself at the new year about things that you've accomplished. But I really do think that that you are going to be recognized for your good work. And it feels really nice to be appreciated. So I think that's what I want to say to you. I want to say that you're appreciated and that you're going to be recognized for your good work.
Listen, I have to throw in a tiny digression here, because this is one of these, if you didn't know, now you know moments. So you all heard of like these people like MC Hammer and all that kind of stuff, and wonder what the MC stands for. Well, it means Master of Ceremonies, because long before it was called rapping, it was actually known as toasting. And people would do this. This would be like, and it's actually got its roots really, really old, like in boasting cups and all that kind of stuff. So
Bardic
it's kind of really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a link right back to sort of the old bardic ways with it as well. So yeah, just food for thought for you. Anyway, who we got now?
Kimberly, for you, no question.
Okay, all right, Kimberly. Sleep. You're worrying, my love. You've just got to woosah a bit here. And again, what you focus on comes into focus. And if you focused on the problems, you got the 800-pound gorilla in the room, don't you? But if you focus on a positive solution, if you think about it, come on, honestly, almost every bloody time, everything works out better than you thought it was going to at the time, right? So take yourself just 20 minutes past that horrible event and know that it's worked out better than you thought it was going to. And that it isn't hopeless, and it's not so difficult, and it's not so hard. And yeah, I can understand, the worry, but don't focus on the worrying stuff. Focus on the positive stuff. Write the positive end to the story, because honestly, whatever you focus on, Kimberly, comes into focus.
Right. So manifest something else.
Write a different end. Do it now.
It's hard to do, but we,
But that's the magic.
and you
though.
are allowed to plan and intensely plan.
That's
But
what
as soon
she
as you
said.
start worrying, it changes it up.
Intensely
Okay, Chris,
planning.
I took note. This is K for 2021. Ooh.
What's going on there, Kate?
All right. Now I see this as opening up to the path of the craft. And I think that you are going to really devote some time to perfecting your craft. I don't see this as a dark card at all. This represents Saturn and Capricorn energy. So
yeah.
again, the theme of tonight seems to be step back, do our personal rest, find our sense of security, find our sense of balance. And I really think that 2021 is going to have all of that for you. Now, Saturn can be a little bit of a lesson teacher, but I think the lessons that you've learned this year are the ones you're going to put into practice for next year. So I think it's a good card for you.
Well,
All right.
not too shabby.
Next is Lisa. No question.
Well, you're here.
No, Lisa on here.
Oh, not you then. Somebody else by the same name. Now this is diametrically opposed from the Wheel of Fortune card. So if you're thinking about how things are going to pan out for you, this is good. This is the culmination of the Fool's journey. Although the needle returns to the start of the song and we sing along as before. This is not the culmination. It's just an arrival at the same point on the cycle. However, it's not a circle, it's a spiral. You can take everything that you've learned over this last turn of the wheel, if you will, and really sort of bring it to bear in this coming turn. That experience you've got, it's worth shed loads. It's fantastic. Use it. So long as we learn lessons, we develop. And wisdom is not just knowledge; it's knowing how to apply that knowledge. So use the wisdom you've learned. This person's achieved that enlightenment. They've harmonized those two energies, of the pillars of severity and mercy. They've got it going on here. So, but now we have another go around. So it's onwards ever onwards, onwards ever upwards, if you will. And so the wheel continues to turn. But a good card, very positive card. If you're thinking about what the next year holds for me, just use your experience you've learned and you'll be okay.
All right, so we're up to Chris, who has a focus on love, and that's for me. And I did write Diane and Janine on the list because we have about 13 minutes, so we're gonna have to just go really quickly.
We're
but I think
going.
we can
I'm
do
doing
it.
the
Yeah, no,
quickest
it's all
I can.
good.
I'm not.
It's all good, but we can't stay much past
Excuse
7
me.
because Anton has another appointment tonight.
Yeah, well, it's all my fault. And unfortunately, Facebook managed to change the bloody
It took
settings.
35 minutes for us to get
We'll
on.
figure
All
it
right.
out.
So this is for Chris, who said if we can focus on love, which we can focus any card. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Those pyramids again. This
Oh,
is the
look
other
here.
card with the pyramids. I think that you are really going to find a like-minded person, and that's a really good thing. Many times when you are kind of a spiritual person or on a spiritual path, it's very hard to find somebody who's open to that, who understands when you need time to meditate or time to kind of just be out in nature and not always having to be with somebody to do that. So I think you're going to find somebody who's open to you being open. And I think that
What a good way of putting that.
I think it's going to be a really positive relationship. So keep your head up and keep doing what you're doing, and you are going to find the right person for you. And yeah, the cards are talking tonight about the collective space, and definitely listen to what is said for someone else, because
do
you're
that,
here
though. They
for
do
a
that.
reason. There is no coincidence.
It's weird that there's always, every time we do this, there's this like over
collection.
overreading.
It's a collection,
so
like
to
it's like the
speak.
oversoul of the group that we've created. Yeah. All right. So Sue,
Sue,
no question. All right, Sue, it's your turn. Finally.
finally. Sorry, I'll put it back, Sue.
No.
I'm trying. Actually, this is okay. Again, However, I feel there's, yeah, we're moving from rough waters to smooth, so it's all right. And I think the need for a sense of direction is indicated here by the three dolmen that we see, those three things. And I've got this thing that idea, plan, action is probably something that you need to, that tripartite, that master, if you will, idea. You're good at ideas, no question about that. Planning, and action, yeah. I know there's the element of things that'd be so much better if, maybe if I lived in Italy or whatever, things would be so much better if. But you know what? Wherever you go, you're going to be there too. So it's not so much what you could do with what you don't have, it's what you actually do with what you've got right now. And I think if you do that, if you start to make best possible use of all available resources, and by heck, if you look back and look at your skill set and what you're actually capable of, I think, you've been selling yourself short a little bit, Sue. So I think realistically, really try to, I don't know, what's the word? Not necessarily blow your own trumpet more, but don't be such the shrinking violet, yeah? Don't be so concerned about being noticed, yeah? And I think I feel that if you push yourself forwards a little bit more, I think you're going to find, I feel that there's a career thing going on that we're talking about here, but I actually think this is going to be, an excellent sort of developmental phase for you. And I think, recognition at last, probably.
Yeah, there's that kind of theme as well. All right, so happy solstice, Christopher. Albin Arthur, midwinter.
Is that our Christopher? Or is
Christopher Eureka.
Oh, right.
Well, he's kind of our Christopher too.
Well, we have many Christophers.
Not the Christopher.
Not our
from
Welsh
Wales.
Christopher,
Right.
though.
So this card is for Dottie. And Dottie, this card is usually used in a love thing, but I feel like this is a business partnership for you. So I think it's okay to take a chance on somebody who can work with you, sign a contract, and get things rolling. So I see a new opportunity, and as long as you have things written down so you feel protected, you're going to be okay. Take that chance. And sometimes when you're a type A and you're used to doing everything for yourself, it is a little difficult to work in a partnership, but I think time has come. And again, that kind of 1 and 1 is 10.
Well, it is
so
binary.
Go for it, get the contracts, get the partnership going, and I think 2021 can be very prosperous for you.
Got to be good then.
All right. You're welcome, Sue. All right, so
and
Diane.
You're welcome, Stephanie, as well. She's
and Jessica, you're welcome
happy
too.
Holidays.
Happy holidays. All right. So Diane, for you, Anton, and then we just have one left after that.
All right then.
So
we're doing all right. We're getting there. There's a definite theme. Here I go again, another bloody losing battle. Doesn't have to be like that. If you're continually preparing for war, you will not know peace, So yeah, you've been through the mill. You've been battered. I get it. I understand. But it doesn't have to be like that, Sure, speak softly and carry a big stick. I mean, that's a useful thing to do. But I think for you, start to look at ways of actually building bridges, not looking so much for conflict or not being so attuned to conflict. Forgive me, I'm not being accusatory and say you're looking for conflict here, but I think it's almost what it's around you and there's too much of it. So in Welsh there's this beautiful phrase, Afo ben byd bont. He who would be a leader must first be a bridge. And I think that's so important, when you're dealing with a very divisive sort of situation. You can't throw more fuel on the fire. You've got to try and, calm it down and bridge the differences and find that middle ground there. And I think if you can do that, I think
Even though it might be the same old battle over again, try again.
Yeah, it is a psychosis, continually repeating the same actions and expecting a different result. So do it differently. Let's try to be restorative and reparative here, and I think something good will come from that.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, we do definitely have this theme of communication that may not be at its best.
Right.
Trying to reach others.
Right.
Trying to take care of ourselves while helping others.
Yes, not neglecting ourselves.
This is kind of the theme, but also recognition and success. So again, there are no coincidences. All right, so this is for Janine for 2021.
Yes.
Victory.
It's a good
All
card.
right. Getting on top of something that you have been working and working and working towards, finally feel like you're coming out on the good end of it. So you may get a raise, you may be put in charge of something, you may be paid to take on some more employees, something like that. But I feel like this is about growth of how you respect yourself and respect others. And I do think 2021 is going to be a really great year for you. All right. So what I want to say again before...
Can we squeeze one more in?
All
It's
right,
Gilda, and you do it because,
Gilda?
yeah, it's
Okay.
Gilda. And she wants advice on upcoming visiting kids over the holiday.
Be in charge of everything. And I know that sounds crazy, but you see the magician, he's in balance, one hand up, one hand down. He has all this knowledge, infinite wisdom over his head, and he's got all of the elements on the altar. So if we said each of those elements represented something like safety and security, emotional awareness and understanding, spiritual enlightenment and the ability to communicate, the energy of healing, all of those things are going to be part of what happens during these visits, or you're going to control things from a masterful position. So go within. Again, you know what you know. That's a theme tonight. Not backing down from what you know. And use the tools that you have for the best of your ability. Okay.
Alrighty.
So we did a few extra cards. Somebody just signed on. Hi guys, I'd love a card. We have 3 minutes. Would you like to do one more?
Oh, all right.
All right. This is for Michelle. This is the last
we
one.
We got to finish at 7.
Michelle, this is the last one.
Any focus, Michelle? No.
It
maybe?
just says would love a card.
Well, that's your card then, Michelle. Happy card. King of Pentacles. It's actually not a bad card. I think the only thing to be mindful of, and the thing that jumps out here with this King of Pentacles for me.
Diolch.
Diolch?
Yeah.
Diolch and var?
You're joking.
Diolch and var. Croeso, as they say. So look, we the foot on the boar here. I know it's only a statue, but speaking Welsh, this is not a mochen, but it's a hwch. A hwch. And so don't trample on the spiritual needs, if you will, and take that for granted. Yeah. There was no. This is something we try to point out to people when we do our classes and stuff at the store. Is there was no such thing as Celtic spirituality. There just wasn't, because there was no separation. There was no demarcation, if you will, between the mundane and the spiritual. It's one and the same. So we've all become very much, focused on, we've got to money for money, we've got to pay this, we've got to do that, got to pay the man, got to keep a roof over our heads, etc., etc. And we forget about that spiritual connection sometimes, that connection to nature and the nature of nature itself. And that, these are the things that can't be bought. These are the things that are the most precious things we can ever get. So just be mindful.
Your advice to her is be mindful of spirit.
be mindful
Okay.
of where it all comes from.
All right. Karen, I'm doing yours. It's the absolute very last one.
Oh, all right. Then.
Before I do it, though, I just want to say the shop will not be open tomorrow because it's snowing here like crazy. We're going to get between 1 foot and 2 feet of snow, so it's not safe for anybody to go there. So we're doing what we call our snow day specials.
Oh, yes.
Where you can buy a $100 gift card for $50. So double your money, or look at it like getting everything in the store half price. So snowday.awarenessshop.com will take you there, or you can look on our Facebook page for the link, and the shop will be back open on Friday once we dig out. The other thing we really wanted to show you tonight was our Holly
yes.
King and Oak King plaque.
It's beautiful.
So the Holly King is in charge until the solstice, and then the Oak King takes over. So this is the newest creation from Joe Ladaddy.
It's quite beautiful.
With a little help from yours truly. And you could hang it on your wall, and you could turn it when you want the other king to take the power.
Yes.
So those are available as well. And yes, Christopher, the card can be used online or in store. It doesn't matter. And if you can't find what you're looking for online, you can always call the shop, and we can do that like teleselly thing,
Yeah.
or text you some pictures if they're one-ofs.
Gladly do that.
Oh, John Aiken says you better check your site. They tried to get the special and they couldn't. So,
Well,
okay.
I checked it earlier. It was
And
working.
Alice
but
got hers, so I don't know. All right, so this is for Karen.
unless we've sold out
Karen,
of them already.
who's,
But
looking for spirituality.
So just hold on a second. So Snow Day, yeah, all one word, .awarenessshop, all three S's together, .com. Don't put a www in front of it or anything. snowday.awarenessshop.com. It will take you directly to the page.
Or just click on the link on the Facebook page, because obviously you've gotten to the Facebook page. So John, try that. Try clicking on the link on the Facebook page and see if that takes you there. All right, Karen, Wisdom of Solomon. Looking for something to do spiritually, not sure which direction to go. I think that we could look at this card as balance. He's the King of Swords I see as my Libra card. So perhaps a chakra balancing, Karen, or learning about the chakras and how to balance them. That comes to mind. Learning how to kind of be in the center or center yourself. So get yourself a great chakra book. Maybe the Wheels of Life or something like that lets you dig right in. I think you're past a beginner's guide, but have a good look at that. So really, that's all we have time for tonight. Anton has another appointment.
Unfortunately, I'm so sorry.
Unless something happens where we cannot, we will be having our psychic fair on the 26th. So December 26th readings will be $10 for 10 minutes. And you can book up to half an hour, 30 minutes with the same psychic. The only reason we're limiting it to less time is because we have less space available. So we want to make sure everybody gets to take advantage of that. So come on in December 26th. Obviously, you'll have to wear a mask, and we are practicing social distancing. But you can get 10 minutes for $10 and figure out what's going to happen for 2021. We are going to be open Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve until 4, and we are not open on Christmas Day, but we will be open on New Year's Day if you want to come on New Year's Day and get a New Year's reading.
All that fun stuff.
All that kind of stuff. And you can certainly join us Friday night at 7 for our Albin Arthur midwinter Yule, whatever you guys call it, celebration. You can just call the shop and get put on the list so you get the Zoom invitation for that. Because we're Zoom, we are not limited. We can have as many people as want to come. All right.
As many as we can possibly juggle.
I think you can fit like 40 on a Zoom meeting.
Well, we can do 100, but I don't know how we keep on.
Well, I don't think we could
It's like,
wield
what?
that many in a service.
What?
So, all right. So thank you all, everybody, for showing up. I did finally write taroscopes for December. I hadn't written taroscopes since February.
They're on the website.
But you can go on the website and look at the taroscopes for December. You got a couple weeks left to navigate there, and I will be writing them for January. Some wild stuff. Everybody knows that the solstice is the grand conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, so that is in Aquarius and going to ring in the new year in a great way.
Wild stuff.
All right, so take care. Go back and listen if you didn't get a card but you showed up late. There's a group energy and there are no coincidences, so go back and listen to this and you might get your question answered. Something might speak to you. All right? Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Blessed, blessed solstice.
Indeed.
Take care.
Bendithian Alban Arthur. We love you guys. All right, we'll see you soon. So sorry for the late start. Be safe, be well, and we'll speak to you real soon. Bye.
Blessed be.
I think that's us.
I don't know if you realized that you spent the entire time rubbing your nose.
My nose is itching like mad.
Oh my God.
They'll just have to get over it.
Alright, so let's see. Yeah, this link works if he goes there.
It does. It should do.
Okay.
Right, the quality of the broadcast. All right. Your live video has ended. Good. All right. Good.
Alright.
So it's nice of Facebook to change all that. So
Now, did you want to take a copy of the?
I'll print it.
Shall
Oh, you can print it.
I was
Whatever you want to
going
do.
to say, I don't know if you want to talk about that, but since you're going to tell them that this is something they really should try to be responsible
And if
for.
somebody hasn't got a printer or whatever, I will gladly print it for you. Yes, I will.
I don't know who's doing what.
Me.
No problem. Sorry, we were doing our Facebook Live, so I couldn't answer. And I didn't care that they were there, they just couldn't be there for ritual. Heather Brenner, $200. I think we've already sold over $800 worth.
Okay, well, we'll have a look at it. Ow! I think that's